What's up, everyone? Welcome to JMD Play. In this video, we're going to be talking about what we have coming in Fortnite. Okay, Season 4, the Override season, and we're first going to look at the Unstable event. If you missed that, I've got the cinematic for it so that you can watch that. And then we're going to go over the trailer for the new season and look at the images and stuff that have been put out, that have been leaked out and stuff, or shown from that trailer rather. So it's really, looking to be a really awesome season coming up. I'm feeling nostalgic for it because, bringing into the 8-bit old school legend legacy like games and gameplay, and maybe, I don't know, maybe some mini type things happening in the match as well. So that's really cool. So we're going to check all that out, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and reaction to it all. So thank you, and for joining in. If you would like to check out, if you're new here, welcome. If you'd like to check out more from the channel, please do so. Consider subscribing, like, share, comment, all that good stuff to get more videos in front of more people. If you'd like to check out my other channels, I have JMD Drummer there, Clear Talk and Puzzling. If you check those out and like them, consider subscribing and all that over there as well. All that's free for you and helps out the channel tremendously. If you'd like to go further, there's Patreon there, $2 a month. Support any of the channels you would like to help grow those channels, help grow Patreon, help grow JMD Nation, and contribute to that how you would like to. That would be amazing. There's also merch there because I have merch for every single channel, and if you're a Patreon member, you get a discount on that merch. So check that out, get it if you'd like. That would be amazing. Either way, any way you decide to support is very much appreciated, and I thank you very much. And if you're returning, you're freaking amazing. Welcome back and keep coming back. So all right, let's swap over here. I don't really do this a whole lot, but I do want to get more into it, and actually, to kind of give you a little bit more content for JMD Play, instead of just like live streams and highlights from the games and stuff. I wanted to actually, get into a little bit more of the, even though I'm not equipped to like bring you these spectacular breakdowns and conspiratorial or theoretical like things about what's going to happen in the game and stuff like that. It's more like after the fact I can look at the stuff and we can talk about it and I can give my opinion. But I mean, if you're interested in that, if you're interested in what I am thinking and how or how I'm looking at it, then welcome here, and I wanted to give you that kind of content. So thank you very much. We're going to check out, okay, this was the event that happened Saturday, of course. If you missed it, if you hadn't seen it or whatever, this is a cinematic version of what happened with the Unstable Story event. So let's first check that out. You could always go back and check out the live that we did, because I was in it, but it was really cool event. Maybe not one of the biggest events they've ever done, but it's pretty cool. This is very cinematic. It felt like it moved a little bit faster than this in real time, but I don't know, maybe it didn't.
Almost time. Engaging 0-point stabilizer. Keep your eyes peeled.
He has some really interesting angles that you wouldn't have been able to get as a, player.
Wait, are we being hacked? Our systems become compromised. Must have built in a back door. Let me see if I can take back control. I think I've got it. Okay, I've locked him out. Damn it. Hacking reality itself. Of course. Uber, things are about to get unpredictable. He's in the core system. No access there.
It was wild that this happening in real time. And then you had all your hack glitches coming in.
Something I learned from Jones. There's no good option left. Try something really stupid.
And you went through a reboot process here. It's kind of funny. Injecting looper 321. So it's like a reboot of the system and booting you back in. If you see there, it says snapshot amnesia effective. So it's like you don't remember what's happening or what happened or something. And then we jumped in with this pixelated view. And then suddenly the 0 point disappears and you had this cartridge come down with this glitch effect, taking over that area, which you now can see in the game. That was kind of giving you a glimpse into the different games and stuff that we were going to get in the in season 4. And the idea here is apparently that like Geno wanted this to happen. Like he wanted, it wasn't about him trying to break the 0 point. He wanted us to fix the 0 point so that he could then steal it and use it, which apparently is quote unquote what may have happened. But then to what use he's going to put it to is the question. So yeah, it was very, 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 very cool. The only thing that I kind of got a little bit annoyed with was this section here. When they started throwing up the like hack stuff, it like locked you into like a interaction thing where you had to hit the X, you know, on the on it in order to get you free again. And so you couldn't move your vision to look at anything that was going on without hitting that. And while, you know, when it was at first it was just like one would pop up and then you click off of that, and then maybe a second or two later another one would pop up, you click off of that. Eventually they started coming up really, really fast, and it completely locked your screen so you couldn't look. So it kind of made it hard to really see what was going on because it was filling up your screen and you couldn't move and look. That was the only thing that I kind of got annoyed with. So from like a view of you trying to see what's going on and see what's happening, especially if when it started, it caught you in a weird like transition of like maybe trying to look at one way or the other to see what was going on and see, you know, the effects going on or whatever. It kind of locked you there, especially once they started popping up a whole bunch. So that was kind of annoying, and I feel like it was even more annoying from a PC perspective because you had to use your mouse to click on the X, where on a controller it was like, just a button, and it automatically, like, it was either X or whatever your console was, the default for that was. And so you could just sit there and just spam your button and get them off of your screen on a controller. But for a PC user, it's mouse, and they were popping all over the place. So it's like you can't sit there and just move your mouse and try to click all. So that was a little bit frustrating from a PC perspective, and kind of. But I can also see that it may have been the point, that it was glitching and hacking, and once you are hacked, you don't have control, and so I get it kind of, but it was still a really interesting live event. Again, not as extravagant as maybe the last one or something. It certainly wasn't really that interactive. It was just something to watch. You just stood there and watched the events go on. The only interaction was clicking this stuff off, but still pretty cool. All right, so now we have the trailer. Okay, so we are going to check. So let's check the new trailer for Season 4 out. And then after, we'll try to break it down a little bit.
No. Hey guys.
You won't be needing this.
The visitor's channel!
All right. So yeah, we got the, break the rules, change the game. New season August the 20th. It's really cool trailer. You're getting here. System access requested. Authenticating user unknown. Bypass firewall. OK. Decryption. Root directory. So you're getting like this boot, bat file type of thing going on. Running through a boot process, running through systems or something. Initiate sequence start, mounting. It's just like a drive mount or a file mount there. Scanning sector, checksum verify. So it's check, whatever. Patching runtime DLL. Injecting cheat table, override flag set true, render pipeline, audio driver, and this is stuff like, because there's we'll get to that in a second. Input latency, world state loading, physics engine loading. We have save file corruption ignored. So we're ignoring that there's corruption in the file. And then it goes to load something, but then we get this weird other stuff going on here. So the file corruption is starting, and it's loading in all these corruptions, or when we see this image here, before we get, Jonesy falling through this like cryptic void, or like a chip-like computer digital void coming out the other side. Then you see these game cartridges falling down into like slots or whatever. All right. So the idea here is that there's going to be, this is kind of the override part, is that you're going to have different discs, game cartridges apparently fall and interact. Basically, you can consider them like rift events, changes to the map or changes to how you're playing. That's going to happen. I don't know yet quite whether or not this is going to be something that changes throughout the match, or that each individual match will just have an override for that match and it will go the entire match. I mean, it's quite possibly that it could change throughout the match. I mean, we've had, even here lately, where we have different rift events happen every storm cycle or every other storm cycle. So it's quite possible that you could just have these rift events happening where different cartridge drops down and it changes something in the game, mid-game or something like that. That's kind of the idea I think that they're going with here. And that's going to change the way you play, or things that can happen, abilities and stuff. So we're getting all, this happening. We got the 1-up. He goes for the 1-up. You have the Tetris thing fall through that breaks. All right, and you're getting a look here at your Battle Pass characters. This looks like kind of like a Street Fighter character here. And you got Bash Bandicoot. Got another character here, kind of a more tech mech suit character. A kind of animated block-like character there in the cat. Which maybe also transforms here as well. Then this character here, which I'm not exactly where that's from. I'm sure it's from some game that I'm not registering at the moment. You also see Spyro here. So Spyro is apparently probably going to be a sidekick in the past, I'm assuming, which is really cool. I actually am a pretty big Spyro fan. I've played through all the Spyro games, and they were actually quite fun. Nothing crazy, but they were still quite fun. Crash Bandicoot back there, of course, like I said. So yeah, that's oh, there's the other character. So we're gonna get, apparently we get two little cat-like fit characters here, I'm assuming. Here's the other one again. Looks like a block, like Tetris-like block format happening. Of course, we get this section here, which is going with Sonic. Of course, we're getting a Sonic skin in this pass as well, and you see the other skins from Sonic back here. We're going to have a POI that's Sonic based. Apparently, we're going to have the ability to do a speed run. I wonder if this ability is going to only be in this POI, or if it will be like sporadic throughout, like placements of it throughout the rest of the match as well, or map as well. To where you can just run across and it gets you like a speed ability, like a quick, temporary speed boost in running or something. Of course, we see this speed boost where we're running, doing our loops around the Sonic POI here, which looks really freaking cool. This is just cool. I'm trying to look at all the details here. I don't think anything particularly points out This is what's going to take the place at the where the 0 point was, and this is like going to be a digital like Rift event. Like I guess whatever the game cartridge comes down in and takes over, whatever Rift event that cartridge it locks down, and that's kind of what implements it or whatever across the map. I guess that's the kind of idea there. We get our first one of those little sprites here, which we're going to see several different sprites throughout this. Pick up and get this little Billy where she seemingly gives like a magnetic thing where you kind of have this temporary kind of a lifting. She's lifting you, carrying you, so you have some like air time there. Of course, we're seeing what looks like to be the I'm thinking the Lancer pistol, or maybe that's the TAC pistol. I think they might be bringing the TAC pistol back. This is our image of the entire map. So this is our broad map look. You see you have the huge POI over here. That looks like is where the Sonic area is going to be. What looks like it used to be flats is going to turn into Geno's layer, or Geno's POI, which is apparently computer based. It's formed and stuff with like computer internal parts or whatever kind of thing. You have another little POI down here that it's pretty much the where Sinister. So Sinister's apparently going to change up a little bit, so it's going to be a little bit different. Everything else, Wonky Land back here looks the same. This area, Battle Woods doesn't look like it's changed any. You are going to have, I think, down towards the southern section, as we see in a minute here. Like this is the Geno's layer area. As we see, you have like the RAM or something here, kind of look there. Different, capacitors and different stuff like that. So it's kind of loosely based. This probably is like the CPU kind of thing there or something. Or maybe this is a CPU with the fan cooling it or whatever. So sort of a fanish like cooling thing for it or whatever. We have the Pac-Man Island here, which looks like it's going to be south of Sinister, down in the area where you see that. Remember, this is the those islands back off to the southwestern side that I tend to drop at sometimes. We had the soccer field POI thing where the extraction point right there, right down here. All of this area has changed now and going to be a Pac-Man Island there. Again, we're seeing these, and apparently because this is the sunken area over here, which is going to be Tetris themed. We even are seeing a Rift cartridge thing here. So apparently there's going to be there's potentially going to be different areas where Rift events can happen. So it might just be randomly coming down and changing. I don't know if this is going to be like an aerial change, like a region change, or if it will be changes for the entire map. So that's interesting. You see here, knockout. And then we get this sort of knockout thing where we've got like a Street Fighter theme thing happening here. A 2D fight thing, which then he just whacks and goes on. So I don't know if this is going to be like this is more of a, because this looks like an NPC. I don't know if this is going to be more like just a boss fight kind of thing. And how that's going to work is interesting. I'm not sure. We pick up another sprite here. We get a glimpse at. You see the Mega Man fist weapon. So it's probably going to be some sort of like mythic-like weapon. We get another sprite here. As we see, we're running through sunken shores. We're apparently going to get some go-karts as well. So we see that. All right, here. This looks like it's back at the Geno area. We get this car here. We're shooting a couple of different weapons that we're looking. So it's like she's got a dual system weapon here. Shooting 2 different weapons. With a different new, apparently this might be an introduction of a new car that we might be getting. And we get this rift thing here. It's a battle rift or something. 8-bit shotgun score. So maybe it's something where you work up something to get a different, I don't know, ability or something. I have no clue. Another sprite here, and we get the Mortal Kombat skins. So they're apparently it's kind of aiming at, hey, yeah, we're going to bring those back for you, which they bring those back every so often anyways. And then the one up here. And I honestly have no clue what this section's about. But it is apparently at Geno's lair. Here we got another sprite down here. This is one that was also already shown. You got Get Well cards here. Get Well Soon from Spyro. Get Well Soon, brother. Not sure who that is. Feel Better. Got from Tomato there. Hanging there from Fish Sticks. From Peely, who's there. And we get another look from Crash Bandicoot here. And of course he says, Geno's the
The visitor's Geno!
yeah, the visitor. I couldn't remember. My bad. Peely's like, yeah, we know, bro. Go on. So that's really, really cool. A lot of interesting stuff there. Again, we're seeing, this is a Jazz Jackrabbit. There. There's a one look at POI from the center. And one of the lock-ins for a Rift cartridge. We have a Zelda-inspired skin, Minecraft-inspired skin. Oh, yes, Minecraft. I'm sorry. Tomb Raider-inspired skin, Shooter-inspired skin, Fighter-inspired skin, Arcade Racer-inspired skin, Geno, and Sonic. Another look at the Sonic POI, the Geno POI. Of course, the full Monty overlook there, sort of. Here's the Temple GUI. It's POI is going to take over. It says it's located northeast of Sunken Shores. It feels like it's where Sinister was. So I'm feeling like Sinister, this is what Sinister is going to turn into. Sinister might still remain on the map, but it looked like to me that it was located around where Sinister was. Bush Ranger sprite. You're going to possibly get apparently a Pac-Man sidekick at some point. You got Kingdom Hearts. This is a Override Battle Pass trailer. reveal, which is kind of odd because it's showing stuff that doesn't make sense to be on a battle pass though, so I don't know. It'd be interesting if we do get some sort of a go-kart track on the map as well. It's just showing Wonky Land. So apparently Geno, I assume, or some version of whatever this is, whoever this is going to be a boss at that POI. What they're stating though is that like this was supposed to reveal the battle pass. I'm not completely sure on that one. Outlet Verve is here from Colonel Hearts. Skin is going to be available like in September is what I'm seeing, so look forward to that if you want to. But yeah, that's what we're looking at for right now. Everything looks really cool. So you see here you got Sonic, this Geno like I guess boss like character or whatever, and then the ones that we're talking about here. But then you also have these are just regular character things. I don't know, it doesn't really make a lot of sense on that one. Anyways, Fortnite Battle Pass names: Bastion, Grace Crown, Kitty Wins, Rixel, Molly, Phantom, Geno, Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm not sure how legit these are going to be, or because sometimes you get some of these releases that aren't necessarily accurate sometimes. But it still looks really, really cool. I'm excited for it. This is like, I guess, the official character release. So you see, you have all your different sprites here. This one here, this one, this one. Is there another one? I don't know where the green one is. It's not showing the green one. Most of all your characters that we've already shown are in there. So these are probably going to be some characters, get Kingdom Hearts, stuff like that. Characters that will probably be brought to the shop at some point for this season. Should we look forward to? But I personally think it's going to be really interesting, really cool. This one's stating here that Keanu Reeves has got the most celebrity skins at this point. The upcoming Bright Bomber remix seems to be low poly. So, maybe. Not sure about that. some of this stuff is speculatory. It was saying here, HypeX was pointing out that an original, like in the original planning or earlier planning for this override or the unstable event, and the way it finished with the cartridge coming down and taking over where the 0 point was that it was originally supposed to have given you like abilities, sonic rift zone with speed abilities and glitched audio and visual effects and stuff, but apparently at some point that got sort of scrapped, or at least partially scrapped, because now the zone it's a zone already live, but the speed sonic parts were replaced with no fall damage. So it looks like we'll see the speed part next season as one of the hacks. So apparently it was supposed to be giving you, again, a visual effect, glitched audio, speed boost, and unlimited stamina. Entering and leaving the zone plays visual and sound effects, glitches your screen, and highlights your character. But apparently somehow, at some point maybe it wasn't ready, maybe they were having some issues with it, or they just thought that they would rather save some of that for the actual new season. But either way, still pretty cool. Yeah. So again, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's really cool and exciting. To be able to, just for one, it's a pretty decent change up to the map, and introducing some new gameplay mechanics and stuff that could be interesting. A lot of new characters, so I think it's really, really interesting and cool, and I'm excited about it. And hopefully you're excited about it as well. We still, of course, have the remaining of the spree week going on right now, and so if you want to get your sprites in mastered, do that as much as you can to try to get all your sprites and stuff. Because remember, we're supposed to also be getting the sprite garden, although it's looking like the current sprites might also be available during this next season, maybe. I don't know. That one is kind of up in the wind at the moment. I don't think any of that's been like completely fleshed out. We're certainly going to get the new sprites though, which at the moment looks roughly like around 5 different ones off the start. Which assuming there'll probably be different variants, maybe, and of course more probably introduced as the season moves along. But yeah, what those abilities will give is still, I don't think that's quite been released yet or found out yet. But still looks, and I'm sure there will be plenty of information continue to leak out throughout the week. I just wanted to go ahead and give a first kind of looks and stuff, and give my thoughts and opinions about it. So let me know what you think, and are you excited? Are you excited? And yeah, thank you for joining me. Until next time, peace. JMD Play. I'm out.